Alesso, welcome to America's Dance 30 for the first time. Thank you for your time.
Thank you. Thanks for having me.
Congratulations on another number one with Words. That is so amazing.
Thank you. Thank you. It's incredible. I can't believe it.
Before we chat about Words and how it all came together with Zara Larsson, let's actually get to know Alesso a little better with Finky's favorites.
Sounds good.
So you've got a world tour going on right now. I was actually blessed to see you closing down Sunset Music Festival, which was incredible when you were here.
Thanks, man.
What is your favorite thing about playing festivals?
Ooh, good question. I think just being up there and DJing, and when there's thousands of people, it just looks like a beautiful painting or pictures. It's like, and I keep finding new things to see. People have signs, or people have crazy clothes or something, and people are very good at bringing it, at festivals, and people don't hold back. So the time I DJ, I always really enjoy overlooking the whole crowd, and like I said, find Easter eggs here and there.
So I've told everybody, because I was actually hosting Main Stage. So I was the one that took you off stage when you were done. And I tell everybody that looking out onto 25, 30,000 people is just so incredible.
Yeah, no, it really is. It's sometimes I just can't believe it. This is what I get to do for a living. And you really feel like a god on stage almost, you know what I mean? You're just overlooking everything. Everyone's just screaming. I don't see myself as a god, absolutely not. But,
breaking news, Alesso feels he is a god.
Well, you feel a little bit like a god when you're up there. I'm not going to lie. Because you're control of the music, and you're deciding what's gonna happen that night in a way, because if I play a terrible set, everyone's gonna be affected by it, or if I play a good set, everyone's gonna remember it. So yeah, you have a lot of responsibility, and that is pretty cool.
Now, speaking of festivals, you are playing Lollapalooza, Sweden this weekend. You're also doing a festival in Hungary. Do you have a favorite country or city to play in?
I mean, Stockholm, Sweden, just Sweden in general hits in here because it's where I'm from. So I definitely look forward to that a lot. But this summer, it's the first real tour in Europe since the pandemic. So Europe feels very special, and fortunate I get to do this this year. It's been 3 years with nothing. So yeah, it's definitely going to be a magical summer in Europe, I think.
Those are going to be some incredible shows. Just speaking from experience from our festivals kicking back up again, I mean, I'm sure everybody's ready to rage.
Yes, I certainly am, so I hope they are.
Now, speaking of shows, you're actually going to be joining your brothers, the Swedish House Mafia, on some upcoming shows. Do you have a favorite Swedish House Mafia song?
Oh, that's a good one. Wow, it's hard to say one, but there's one. There's one that really inspired me to make melodic house music, and it's with Axwell and Ingrosso. It's called "It's True," and it's just a very melodic house record that just was one of the first records that really made me fall in love with dance music. So, but that's not Swedish. That's just two of them, but.
Right.
Their latest album is incredible, and they did another song there called "Heaven Takes Home."
I was just going to mention that. Oh, it is such an incredible song.
Great. Yeah. So from their latest album, I would say that one.
So back in May, you tweeted that your fans are going to be dancing and crying at EDC Vegas, which is one of the most real tweets ever when it comes to a festival.
Yeah.
Which is your favorite? Crying or dancing?
The combination is unbeatable, when you're just like, that is my favorite feeling. Because you cry because life have its moment where it's very beautiful, and that's what was my intent. I meant happy crying, you're crying because the emotions are high, and you're together with people you love, and you get to enjoy music. To me, that is what life is about, and I had been in moments like that, and I never forget them, and it's like the best memories that I will hold on to for the rest of my life. So, and I have the most incredible fans. They tweet out, incredible moments where they're explaining, how they were, some had proposed, and some people fell in love with the love of their lives, and that's just the most magical compliment you can get. It's just amazing what goes down sometimes on the dance floor.
Now, at the end of last year, you got the incredible opportunity to chill with one of the Boston Dynamic robot dogs, which is pretty cool.
Yeah, that was crazy.
What is your least favorite thing to do that if you actually had a robot, you would have it do it?
I would probably, flying for me. If the robot could fix that somehow or do it for me, then 1000%. I don't know. The older I get, the more scared I get of flying. I don't know why. I think I'm just getting older, and you just get less and less cooler. You're just like, oh.
I don't like to think of it that way. I like to think of it as we actually start realizing what's going on, and that's what scares us.
I think that hopefully my intelligence is growing, and I feel like before I was flying when I was younger, I didn't care at all. Now I'm just like, wow, I've read way too many things about certain plane crashes and stuff. Honestly, I don't even want to talk about it. It's just
it's the worst.
This weekend, so.
You go down so many rabbit holes, and it's the worst.
But honestly, the fact that I can fly and be at one place one day and then the other, it wouldn't have been possible otherwise. So it's a major shout out to all these incredible pilots that takes us there. So I should not complain.
Yeah, let's talk about happier stuff. Finally, in Finky's favorites, your number one smash is, of course, with Zara Larsson, a fellow Swede. What is your favorite thing to do when you're in Sweden?
Just chilling with my dog and watch Netflix shows, eat at my favorite restaurants. Literally my favorite thing is to not have too many plans, so that my whole life is planned the whole year, everywhere I'm going to be and everything. So not to do anything and just be at one place, that's my favorite thing. And obviously, I love my close friends and family, so I really make sure, like now when I'm in Sweden, to hang out with them and go to dinners. Simple stuff, man. I'm a simple guy.
It's funny. I'm the same way. A lot of my ex-girlfriends never understood why when I get home from work, I would just want to veg and do nothing. But it's because we're always going and always on that when it's finally done for the day, you just want to chill.
Definitely. And like in my kind of work, I'm very fortunate to go to 100 places in 1 year. And so I get that. And I do enjoy visiting different countries, cities, places. I enjoy it. But when you come home, you just don't want to do anything. You just want to unplug and watch some Stranger Things, or I don't know, whatever it is people want to watch.
Netflix and chill with the dog.
Exactly. It's the best. Eat some nice food. Oh my God. And a glass of red wine. Perfect then.
Well, let's talk about your number one smash, Words. How was it born with Zara Larsson? How did the song come together?
So it actually started with this incredible singer, Becky Hill. She and I started talking about making a record, and I'm such a big fan of her and her voice, so I sent this record, and she wrote on it, went back and forth, and I was like, wow, this record is crazy. And I was like, when can we put this out? And then she was having a lot of singles coming out. And then me and my manager spoke like, maybe Zara could cut it. Because first of all, I always wanted to work with Zara. And when we were listening, it was like Zara could absolutely smash this record and put her own touch to it. And didn't take that long. She loved the record right away. Becky was 100% on board. Everyone was like, all right, let's do this. And we were here in the studio where I am now in Stockholm, and she was recording in this room right here. And, working with her is just, it's like a blessing because didn't take long at all to cut the song. It took a couple of times and then we were done. It was literally like the easiest thing. When you're working with this artist like Zara that has a voice that is just so naturally amazing, I barely touched her vocals. It was just like so spot on, and we finished it, and we both love it. I've been seeing her perform it everywhere now, so very thankful it finally happened because I've known her for years, and it was just about finding that right record. And I'm glad we didn't do it sooner. I'm glad it was this kind of song, this kind of cool house record with her awesome voice.
She really is incredible. She did a stripped down performance for us, I want to say a couple of years ago, and her voice is just so amazing.
Here's something even crazier. She was like, so the song was in a key, and then we pitched it up one step. We took it one step up, and she was like, I can sing it one more step higher. And then she cut the whole song, and I'm like, how do you do that? Like, I can't even like sing it to her how I would want her to sing. And then we decided anyway to go back to the original, and it was just incredible. See, I'm just like, okay, flexing, with the voice, making me feel so untalented, but it's all good.
Now, a few years ago, we were in LA and we got the chance to hang with you in the studio, and you played some unfinished tracks that you had. Do you have a lot of stuff that you're sitting on, or was this one of them that you sat on for a while?
I'm not sure back then, but yeah, I mean, I sit on a lot of records, and unfortunately they end up in jail. They sit there for a long time, and you don't really know when it's going to come out, just waiting for the right moment. And sometimes they just never come out because it's not because the song is not good. It's just we can't find the right singer, or it's not working out with someone else's timeline. And that's the hardest part, I think, when you want to put out a record and it just doesn't work out. It sucks, but that's why you make more music. That's everyone that asks me is like, when they make a record, I'm always telling them, keep making a lot of music. Don't put all your cards into one specific song. If you believe in it, you should 100%, trying to take it as far as you can. But like this song, I think we had it for only a couple of months before Zara cut it. But the Katy Perry record, almost a year, for it to come out. And other songs has been taking longer than that. So it just happens, and sometimes it works out and sometimes it doesn't.
And as you were mentioning with Becky Hill, I mean, she has been releasing some incredible singles, so I'm sure if she would have stayed on it, it would have been next year before the song would even come out.
I think that it would have taken a much longer time, but I'm so super happy how everything turned out, and she did one hell of a job.
Now, something I'd love to find out is how many different versions of a song there are from when you start working on it to finalizing it. Were there a lot of different versions of words?
No, not really. It was pretty like straightforward with that record. It was that's sometimes it's like that. You just write a song, everything works out. The vocal, everything, boom. And that's like such a blessing, because sometimes it's not that easy. I know people that sit and working on a song for 3-4 months, and it was worth it because the song got huge, But with this one was just pretty straightforward. A couple of changes, I think, now what I'm thinking, but nothing major. It was not like, oh, we need to change this whole section here, or it was just some phrases that we kind of adjusted a little bit, and yeah.
Well, it turned out amazing. Congratulations on Words going number 1. Of course, you've got In My Feelings with Dennis Koyu. That's out. Mm-hmm. You've got your summer tour going on right now. Is there anything else in the works for Alesso?
Yeah, there is a really cool collab I have with Ty Dolla $ign that's going to come out soon that I love. I can't confirm when it's going to happen because it has to work out with everyone's, but we do have a collab, and it's one of the coolest records I've been working on for a minute. So really excited for that one.
Can't wait to hear it. Alesso, thank you so much for your time on America's Dance 30.
Thank you. Thanks for having me, man.